Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Sunday, February 25th, 2024. I'm starting off today's video here in Punta Gorda, I believe it is pronounced, just on the outskirts of Port Charlotte, where I went to a Rays baseball game yesterday. Spring training, you know, not really an official game or anything like that, but I decided to get in the night before. I got a hotel, went to the game, stayed in town last night. That way today I can have a casual Sunday drive back to Celebration through some back roads. I'm staying off of the freeways, the interstates, I-4, not getting on that, or at least not till for a while. I'll take some back roads before I connect probably over in Lakeland and then zip over here. I might not even get on I-4, who knows? Nonetheless, there's going to be a lot of back roads, some small towns, and some places I've never shown before. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? This kind of reminds me of the cottage in LA. It's a bigger version of the Fantasy Island cottage. It was used for the filming locations at the LA Arboretum. The reason I wanted to start here, check out the Pony Express letterbox, is right over here as all these cars are going by in a very, this is called the A.C. Freeman House, by the way. It says right there, circa 1903. The A.C. Freeman House is this very impressive sculpture. This whispering giant. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing this. Calistomuca is an effigy to the first people inhabiting this area. It was carved by the famous Peter Wolf Toth. Did quite a few of these wood carvings. There is a time capsule at the base placed here back in '06. Interesting. At the base of the tree. Interesting. This is really an impressive chunk of wood. And what kind of talent does it take to carve something like that out? That is definitely something I could not do, or don't have the passion and the time to devote to be able to do that. That is something else. There's an eagle right up on top of the head there. There's even some rocks at the base there. It's kind of holding it together. Beautiful. I think I've seen 2, maybe 3 or more of Peter Toth's works around the country. I cannot recall what they were or where they were, but I know the name sounds very, very familiar. Pulled out the trusty atlas here, gonna show kinda where I am. So right here, Port Charlotte, get in on there. That was where I was yesterday. Starting off here, Punta Gorda, and I'm gonna be taking 17 north. So all this, right up through here, Arcadia, Brownville, Zolfo Springs, among other ones. But basically, starting here, taking 17 up that way till I connect up with Bartow, Lakeland, and then back over to Celebration. But basically this little corridor here is the route. You can see Florida is very expansive. There's a lot of areas. Way deep South Florida. This would be kind of southern central, I guess, in this little section. And then of course Orlando, right there. We're doing this little 120 miles from there to there. Let's do it. This is a word I need to probably add to my arsenal of vocabulary that I do not use correctly. Array. There's an array of cabinets. I like that. I also like the architecture of this building. Array of cabinets. It's a good word. Self-pumping gas nozzle. Price of gas here as I'm departing this vicinity, $3.29 a gallon here at this 7-Eleven. You don't see 7-Elevens too often that have a separate truck entrance over there. You see a lot of truck stops that have it, but you don't see 7-Elevens too much that have those. There's some, but they're few and far between that have all the taller, you know, section you can drive underneath the awning there with the diesel. Anyway, random thoughts by me. Really impressive display of branches there. I believe that's a banyan tree. Don't quote me on that. This is the community of Cleveland, Florida. Just basically one little street, Cleveland Ave. You got a railroad track over here. Classic truck alert coming across the railroad tracks. Very nice. Just adjacent to the Methodist Church, next property over. Got some little junkyard back there, but then also Salvation Ministries. This old building here. Let me get back on the main road there. Royal Thai restaurant. Aqua green. I don't know, I guess that color would be aqua green. It's definitely a different hue than a blue. This place is for sale. No longer open. They got the little lights dangling there. Royal Thai. Didn't make it. Speaking of class, well, I didn't speak of them, but classic car alert. It was a classic truck alert. That was a classic car. Did a little U-turn. Smuggler's Cove. Tiki bar and restaurant, another tiki place that is not open, or if it is not open today, I don't think it currently is. Established 1892, home of the Hurricanes. A possibility this is an outdoor establishment that is only open seasonally. With thatch roof and everything. Poly style. Oh man, this might be one of the best grocery stores ever right here. Very patriotic. USA Grocery. It's even got the flag in the window there. Check it out. Like an old convenience store. Pulling in now to Fort Ogden. Got church up here, just getting out. Now that's awesome. Man, old school, literally. The Fort Ogden School. It's like something out of an 80s movie, right? This says no through trucks. I'm not a truck. In my car. Some nice little relics over here. Like there's a Dukes of Hazzard Charger up there on the lift. And a Doc Brown van here. I don't think it was the Duke's car. I just think it was a similar model. Was that a Charger? I'm acting like I know anything about cars. I do know the Dukes of Hazzard though. Oh man, it's a bumpy road. Sorry, Big the Foot. You are swaying to and fro. Oh, bumpy. Very bumpy. What's that old rickety wooden bridge? Big the Foot. Got this? I got this? Good. Side view of the post office here with the mail drop off box there as well. Here at Fort Ogden. Actually has Fort Ogden written on the side. I'm gonna park over here. Fort Ogden. A little painting here on the front of the post office. Got some cowboys on their horses with some cattle. Little building there. Established 1854. No, 34. 1834. Not exactly the best story of the town, in my opinion. When the settlers moved into Florida, demands increased for the removal of the Seminole Indians to a western reservation. I can't speak. They failed to cooperate. In 1835, a conflict known as the Second Seminole War began. 55 canoes were constructed for the next winter's Everglade expedition before the camp was abandoned. 17 northward. Well, 17 north. Yeah, 17 north technically, but it's kind of northwest. 17 north. Cruising along. The sign is making a statement, not a promise, but I'm partaking. I think this is a promise I'm going to see a bull. What do you think, Big the Foot? You see any bulls, Big the Foot? Nah, false advertising. What's that, Big the Foot? Oh! 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 Hello, cow. Hello, bull. How you doing out there? Not interested in me, huh? Yeah, I get it. Most aren't. What is this? A tractor rolling through town? Yeah, full-on tractor. Hello. It was hauling something. Got a local post office. I believe the town is called Nocatee. N-O-C-A-T-E-E. Old ice machines back here. Again, this is right on 17, so there's a good amount of traffic going by. Now, not as hectic as a freeway or anything like that would be, but just pulling off. Grandpa, on my dad's side, used to work on ice machines in Mississippi, Aberdeen, Mississippi. I'd go to his house for Christmas and holidays, and back in his shed, he would be working on, for some of the local residents and businesses, he would fix ice machines. I always remember that, my grandpa. That and the fact that he worked for the Coca-Cola company for many years. Now, there's a gas station over there that looks to be open. But this place, with the unique rock work on the side, was called Cressy's Country Art. Okay, no, evidently, this artwork was by Cressy. Cressy's Country Art. Got this deer down here. You can see what kind of weather worn. You got some turkeys and some birds. There's a boar right here. And there's an owl that's been painted over kind of slightly. The hue of the owl is disguised by that white out there. Some apartments that were here. There's a shopping cart. And I was noticing around the back, there's like some accommodations around the back that are unoccupied as well. See around here. Yeah, I can see there's like little apartments back here, or there was. Possibly the owner of this business at one point probably lived behind the store itself. Kind of, it's been gutted out. You can see the kitchen still in here. I'll wash my hands on this glass. Hot water heater, the kitchen, the oven, refrigerator. Oh, this door's open. Well, when I say open, I mean completely smashed in. Interesting. It's like a pump room of some sort. Powerade display over there. There's another oven over there in the corner. All right, moving on. Got an old house over there. And the Highway 17 motel. And I believe this is a private residence, so I'm not gonna go up in the yard, but take a look. As I was driving by, I had to pull over. I think that's another Toth right there. Just in a random yard. It's gotta be. Or someone else with that impressive talent. Historic Arcadia, established 1886. Heading in. Got some public parking over here. Till 5 p.m. today. Plenty of time. Decided to walk around. This is a little bigger small town than some of the other ones I was swinging through. This is the old city hall. Population of about 8,000, give or take. Had to look it up. The lamp post out front here. Little information placard in the front. The old city hall. You got the city crest up top. It's dedicated to George Smith. The pole there. The town was settled in 1883, incorporated in 1886. Back then the population was only 300. Wow, on Thanksgiving night of '05, the town burned Out of that fire, only 3 brick stores survived using only brick and block. Began rebuilding. Most of those buildings remain today. Oh, the land that was the first city hall was a pineapple patch brought in 1917. The original 20-foot brass fire pole and the 400-pound siren are to be placed in the City Hall Museum. Wonder if that ever happened. Either the numbers were put on there, that way whoever put the boards on the window know which one went where, or the numbers were placed on afterwards. I'm going with option 1. Well, this is downtown. Cute and quaint. Downtown Arcadia. Main Street Arcadia, to be exact. You can see it there, kind of silhouetted out with the sunburst. Reminds me a little bit of downtown St. Cloud. I love this downtown. There's a whole bookstore here called Dragon's Den Books. You got some flamingos, a little chandelier, and take a look at the old arcade building over here, painted pink. That is a relic. Beautiful piece of architecture right here downtown. Right? Oh, here's the old opera house. You can even see the old signage right up there. Gotta be careful though, there's some uneven walking surfaces. Treasure Alley, what that sign says. And Over the Hill Voodoo Doll. A little thrift store downtown. Bags under the eyes, you get insomniac, you get wrinkles, you get the old double chin. Yep, I'm guilty of all that stuff. Dry skin, arthritis, back pain, gas, constipation, bursitis, flabby arms. Oh, that's neat. Look at that right there. A little baseball player silhouette. Oh, here's a Mickey, baseball Mickey. Oh, that's cool. I like that. The name of that store is The Nest. Located right here on Treasure Alley. Lots of good stuff, lots of good stores. Oh, this is the Heard Opera House, 1906, historic place, registered within the U.S. Department of Interior. Kind of see it right there. Pretty neat. The thing I like about a lot of these old towns and old main streets is you always see what used to be here with the tile work. Doziers. And who knows when this little inscription by Flip was put in the concrete there. Just the wrought iron railings. These have been here for half a century. Rough guesstimate. That is some impressive building right there. That old neon. Well, it's not neon, it's just an old sign, but awesome. What a great little town. Like a beacon. This old sign is waving me in. This kitchen, oh, watch out for this. This is, ooh, that is not structurally sound, that road. Look at that hole. But right here at Michelle's Kitchen, get a coffee to go. We also have espressos and latte. Try a little localized coffee. Look at that piping hot caffeinated beverage neon right there. Very unique buildings through here. There's a depot over here. Coffee achieved. It's now an insurance place. The old depot with a clock. Located at 4 West Oak Street. This clock is not the correct time. There is an unworking clock. In fact, both sides have 2 different times. That says 8:30. This one 11:27-ish. It's right now, it's like 12:30. I feel like there might have been a sweet mural right there one time, maybe a Coca-Cola mural. Ooh, there's just a random fountain or a random sprinkler on. Oh, technically there's a bunch of them on out there. No vehicles at any time allowed on the bricks or the pavers. The Arcadia Historic District comprises 58 blocks within 340 acres and embodies the city's development of the founding post office in 1883 through the late 1920s. I've never been through here, ever. If I have, as my dad used to always say, well, still says, I've slept since then. That's his way of saying, very forgetful. I've slept since then. 100% was an advertisement on the side of this, like ghosts, ghost signs they call them, if you will, because they're faded away, but remnants are peeking through. This is a serious, serious Wheel of Fortune moment right here. Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Made the commute down a little bit to Zolfo Springs. This might have been a bank, but check out that unique architecture there. Little cafe over there on the side. Auto care place. This is the main area, Main Street. The Acapulco Cafe up here. Went up and did a little U-turn. I don't think I've ever been through this community before. Nice. The side view of that old gas, well, not a gas station, but a mechanic shop. '17 is right there. Look at this little green building. How cute is that thing? Fire department. The town was established in 1904. There's the Civic Center. And the only reason I know that, didn't look it up, is because this sign says so. (1904). Think about every little town, there's usually a dollar store, Dollar General. Here's the post office, but look at this freaking tree. This is a tree day. Look at the moss there. You do not want to take that and rub it all over your skin. I learned that in church camp. Not that I rubbed it all over my skin on purpose, but that stuff would get on you. You were out for activities during church camp. Look at these, wow. Look at this off of the side here. These are like these vines dangling down. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Pretty cool, the vines, like something out of a horror film. These things could like engulf you. Holy Lord. Hey, Hitchcock would be proud. There's a crow right there. Speaking of horror films, okay, I'm gonna keep walking, Crow. So this is the post office. Zip code 33890. U.S. Post Office, Zolfo Springs. I gotta be honest, I didn't even know there was a Zolfo Springs until today. Right here in the strip mall. Kind of looks like this was maybe a gas station or something at one point. And there's 17 northbound right there. Look at this. You could just, like, the swamp thing could hide in here. Ooh, something's moving around in there. I don't want to get too close. Could be a squirrel, it could be another crow. That crow startled me. What an impressive freaking branch. Looks like the tree used to be taller, but the branches fell there. Crow's gone. Where'd the crow go? Who knows? It's continuing on now to Wauchula, I believe it's called. A little flow of traffic through there downtown. Again, don't believe I've ever been through here before. Little strawberry stand off to the side, right over there. It's like all they have. I thought maybe it was a fruit farmer's market stand, but it's just strawberry. A lot of strawberries around these parts. Must commend this place for their correct timepiece up there at the Wauchula State Bank. It is in fact a couple minutes till 1. Both sides of the clock, keeping precise time. Their slogan is building new beginnings from old traditions. Little gazebo down here, very beautiful downtown with a really great mural there. Got the farmers out planting and, well, picking the crops. You also got some ranchers here with their cattle, their longhorn steer right there. The Pioneer Medical Center box, that gentleman's on top of it. Looks like a Florida Fence Post Company right up over in here. And then this, can't tell what exactly that is, dumping something in that barrel right here in the swamps of Florida. City of Wauchula. Again, cities don't necessarily have to big huge metropolises with skyscrapers or anything like that. They can be quaint little towns, if you will. So there's a residence right here, but next to it looks to be like an old business, maybe a, well, I don't even know. I'm not even going to assume what it was, but over here in the corner you can see where people were parking right there, and it's right next to this printer and publisher, the Herald Advocate. And you even have the Lakeland, which isn't too far away. You got the newspaper box there from the Ledger, which is the local paper around Lakeland, which is up the ways a bit. I'll probably be passing through there when I connect with I-4 at some point today. Oh, here's the Herald Advocate right here. Okay, they have the paper in front of where the paper is made. Serving Peace River Valley. Right there. 93 cents for a paper. I guess with tax, it comes to $1. Now I'm noticing down here just some of the just the way the buildings are with the woodwork and all that is very interesting. Over on the one particular side, there's like old theater down here also, but then past the theater, the marquee's gone, is an old signage that has some light bulbs underneath the bottom of it, some old light bulbs underneath the sign itself. And then down the way just a little bit is this right here, which is basically just has all the different directions to different places around the world. So you have Guatemala right there is 912 miles, Kenya 6,963, Dominican Republic 800 plus miles, Haiti 700 plus miles, Argentina 3,489. This is the Send Me Missions building, which is why they have a lot of international spots on there. This might have been part of a church or something at one particular time, right here on the corner of Court Street. Oh no, Restoration Building. It has the crosses there up on the side. Restoration Depot. Making my way now into Bowling Green, Florida. And until today, I did not realize, slipped past my radar, that there was a Bowling Green, Florida. How did I miss that? There's an old trailer here that has Scooby-Doo with a U.S. flag. Also, side note, I'm just really loving this drive today. Seeing stuff I haven't seen, some small towns, some back roads. Well, off the highway, it classifies. A couple cars sitting there, grass growing around them, damaged and wrecked ones. But there are some used cars for sale over here at Hills Auto World. And there is an Elvis mural on the side of this trailer. Oh, that's awesome. King of Rock and Roll wants to sell you a car. I love the backdrop of the tower behind it. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. There's the post office there. Main Street, old train station. An old train car, Atlantic Coast Line over there. incredibly peaceful out here. Now, being where I live in Celebration, I've kind of covered everything within an hour or two when it comes to like small town things. So you have to venture a long ways away. So this might be something I'm going to start doing a little more of, because leaving out of my homestead, driving a couple hours in the same day, turning around and going back. When it comes to Florida, obviously when I do road trips, I'm already out and about. Sometimes when you're so close from home, you don't want to like venture out too far in one day and then turn around and drive back when you're just doing, you know, 3 and 4 and 5 hours of commuting to go to do a circle around. So I might end up doing what I did over the last day or two, where I might go somewhere, get a hotel, you know, a few hours from home, and then cut through on the way back home to some of the places that I haven't seen before. So it might be kind of a new model for what I might end up doing when I'm not traveling out of the state, that is. I also noticed over here on the corner here of US 17, looks like there's an old, closed down, abandoned jail. Yeah, take a look. This is right here along 17, so a little traffic. But look at this decrepit old Shawshank looking building. Wow. Andy Dufresne. Look at that, windows open up there. You hear the warden being up there looking out. It's had to have been some sort of incarceration facility. Just look at this, you walk right up here. Little building right there. Ooh, what was that? A stick. Maybe it was a snake. Sellers Supermarket right there. Basketball court around the rear end. No, it's just chain link looping over there. There is no barbed wire, which is interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Or they just feel like any prisoners wouldn't climb over that. Maybe they were honest prisoners. That is an awesome structure right there. The bell towers, well, lookout towers, guard towers. Probably didn't have any guards up there, but that's what that reminds me of. Ooh, wait a second. This says The Inn. You can see it better this way. Yeah, look, The Inn. Do they convert this into like an Airbnb? Weird. Around the back here, oh, the gate's wide open. All right. Oh, that window's wide open. Probably people living in there. Squatters and whatnot. Take a look. Window's wide open. I'm not gonna go in there, but yeah. I'll just zoom in. Something pops their head out, I'm gonna like poop myself. Also another open window up there. Oh wow, open. Oh, this whole thing's open. Okay, yeah, look at this around the back. Open gates, open windows, open doors. Completely open door. Completely open door. Completely open gate. Hello? Yeah, I'm good. There's some signs out front saying don't go in, so I'll walk around the perimeter. Pretty neat, pretty neat. I have to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen chain link that goes up to there and then folds in without barbed wire before. That's a first. Ooh, there's a vulture vulturing around up there. Is it just me, or is this cowboy up here? Well, this one's, he's got quite the machinery right there. It's like Carol O'Connor. Carol O'Connor mixed with a little bit of, I'm trying to think who that would be. Hoss Cartwright. Yeah. Hoss Cartwright. Carol O'Connor mashup. Probably the artistic rendering was not supposed to be either one of those gentlemen. Or maybe it was. Ooh, I almost fell. Almost fell right there. Oh. There's the Victory Praise Center up here. See that mural. Zipping along now, making up a little time, heading over to the next little town. Via 17 North. Fort Meade. I feel like I've been through here before. The other towns, not so much, but a lot of times these small main streets do all kind of run together and look alike. But to be honest, I don't know. But I feel like Fort Meade rings a bell, and I'm starting to get closer to areas that I traverse through. Not really through this area, but close to those areas. However, if I have been through here, I failed to see this mural of this dog over here next to the R&S Pawn and Cigar Shop. You can like pawn something, smoke a stogie at the same time. That's right, I've got the VCR. How much you give for me? Give it to me for. That was the worst Arnold ever. That's right. Come on, let's pawn something and then smoke a stogie. Okay, they approve, they honked. A little garden of flowers there. I'm not gonna say the line about them being, you know what? Petunias, are those petunias? Okay, I said it. Are those petunias? City of Fort Meade, established 1849. Pastor Appreciation on March 17th here at Cornerstone Ministries. And there's a little mural here. There's a soldier there with his horse. And the little main street of Fort Meade. Good to see you, sir. Shaking the hands here. Looks like he's got his top hat in his other hand. This guy up here on the bench is reading the paper or some sort of pamphlet. And then I'm not sure what this is. Is this just like a gazebo? Now pulling through Homeland. That's the name of this little community. I don't even think there's even a downtown or anything. It's just a few houses. Homeland, Florida. Cavalcade. Cornucopia of trees. Beautiful trees. A lot of trees today. Holy crap. Look at this little hidden downtown. There is a downtown here at Homeland. Yes. That is great. Even an old rocking chair, right? A couple old rocking chairs. Does not get any better than that. Corner of Mimosa Ave. Here's the post office. That's the downtown. This is the Crumb building. 1915. A thing of beauty. Hidden back. This is as hidden as it gets. Probably not a lot of people punching in the coordinates for this little community. That's it. That's all of downtown. Post office right there. Corner of 4th and Mimosa. And this, which kind of looks like it needs like a Coca-Cola mural painted on the side, but there isn't one. As quaint as they come. No climbing on the railing. Must be like a big problem around here. People showing up here and climbing on the railing. No skateboarding, bicycle riding, or roller skating. You know a sign's been somewhere a long time when it still says roller skating on the side. 33847. Zip code. Got the pull down shutters there, which no need for that. Awesome. How's it going? All right, take care. I had a neighbor come out and said hi with her dogs, very friendly. I told her what I was doing. Driving from Port Charlotte back to Celebration, not staying off of I-4. She said, that's a good Florida drive, real Florida. She's right, she gets it. Passing through Winter Haven now. We'll be veering off of 17 and connecting with Highway 27 very, very shortly. The home stretch back to my house. Just popping through real quick like. Winter Haven is the water ski capital of the world. Says so right there. Smith Brothers, the fuel station, has taken over that old mechanic shop. Take a look at this Firestone. The Googie architecture, I believe it's called. Slight slant there of the building roof. The old classic Firestone neons still kicking. Oh, now you gotta love this. Gotta love I-4. Back to the hustle and bustle and congestion of I-4 traffic. And that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. Back in Celebration. See you in the next video. The vlog is over.